Kendrick Lamar is my favourite artist in the industry. He started off his career by releasing a couple mixtapes in his local area. These surprisingly managed to get a lot of attention, and this is what got him signed to TDE, Top Dawg Entertainment. But what really brought him his attention is when he released an album called Overly Dedicated in 2010. This managed to hit 72 on the hip hop R&B chart. And there's a particular song on this album called Opposites Attract that garnered a lot of attention from established rappers such as Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Why you treating my mama like she your mama too? Why you making promises that you'll forever do?
Then not much time after Overly Dedicated, he dropped Section 80. This album is really good, and there's only a few misses such as Absols and Hole Up, but the rest are really good. The lead single in this album is called High Power, and it was produced by J. Cole. This might be my favourite song on the album, though the song that actually popped it off, and is one of his most listened to songs on Spotify, is ADHD, which received 261 million listens. Even though he dropped two great back-to-back albums, Kendrick didn't cool down or stop improving his music. In fact, he did the opposite when he dropped Good Kid Maad City. It debuted at number 2 in the US, and it was the best he'd ever dropped at the time. This album nailed down Kendrick's name in the industry, and it became clear that he was here to stay. 3 years following Good Kid Maad City, he dropped one of the best hip-hop albums I've ever heard. To Pimp a Butterfly managed to get certified platinum, and it got the Grammy Award for the best rap album. Even though this album is really good, I can't say that's my favourite, as The Life of Pablo and 2014 Forest Hill Drive are about on par with this one, though they're pretty much all on the same level. To Pimp a Butterfly is such a well put together album. He talks about racism, oppression and self-love. The original title of this album was To Pimp a Caterpillar, which is a play on words for the rapper Tupac, who was a huge influence into his career, though he changed it to Butterfly to show the talent and thoughtfulness that he grew through the years. And in an interview he said that he did it because he wanted to show the brightness of life. Although Anthony Fantano is notorious for his bad takes on music, his takes on Kendrick albums aren't too bad, mostly consisting of higher ratings.
Light to decent 8, light to decent 9. 10 on this record, decent to strong 8 on this thing, decent to strong 7.
For my top 5 songs on this album, first of all would be Alright. Then second is King Kunta. Then third would be These Walls. Fourth is Hood Politics. And last but not least, Wesley's Fury at 5th. My favourite song that he's dropped has to be Alright. It's just a perfect song, and it doesn't overstay its welcome, ending pretty short. Though a close second would be Sing About Me I'm Dying of First. It's one of his longest songs, and it's not what other artists do, like Note to Self by J. Cole and Last Call by Kanye, which are 2 to 3 minute songs, but the rest of the length is from giving a speech.
Yo, shout to the young niggas, man, for real. We blessed to have y'all on board, man. We feel so grateful.
In 2016, Kendrick put up an album. It was the throwaway tracks from T-Pab, and he put out Unmixed and Mastered. That kinda made it a bit unlistenable, but it was still not a bad album. The best tracks on there have to be Untitled 2, 6, 7 and 8. Though my favourite out of these 4 have to be 7 or Levitate, and this is because it sounds like it would fit on T-Pab, and it's not completely unlistenable. The album was well received and landed on an 8.6 out of 10. Before I talk about Damn, we have to take it back to the beginning. Kendrick's father, Duckworth, was involved in a Chicago gang called Gangsta Disciples, and his wife threatened to leave him if he stayed in the gang, so in an attempt to escape it, they moved to Compton. But this wasn't such a good move, since that area was way worse than Chicago. It was such a rough area that he witnessed murder at the age of 5. Kendrick met Anthony, the owner of Top Dawg, by acting like he could fix his computer, but in reality, he was playing one of his mixtapes while taking his computer apart, having no clue how to fix it. Through this, Top was interested in his music and signed him to a label. Duckworth and Anthony met a different way though. Ducky was working in a local KFC, and this is the same KFC that Anthony robbed and shot up that following year. Ducky was aware of this, so he got on Anthony's good side by giving him free chicken every time he came through, and this saved his life, as the next time Anthony robbed the KFC, he spared Duckworth and let him go. Now moving back onto Damn, Kendrick does a really good job of telling the story of his life, being his most personal album. As he said in an interview, he's combined all the albums into one, creating Damn, from the storytelling of Good Kid Maad City, his freedom of anything to do in Section 80, and a similar instrumental from T-Pab. And the original title of this album wasn't going to be Damn, instead it would have been What Happens on Earth Stays on Earth, and that's a mouthful to read out, though he changed it to Damn because
Why damn? Damn? Why did you title the album Damn?
It was so many different ways you could put it in my head. It was like from the concept, damn if I do, damn if I don't. The loudness of the record, it just screamed that in my face. When I think of DNA, when I think of Humble, when I think about these records, it just felt like that.
What is interesting though is that you can listen to the album back to front and front to back, and it gives a different story. One of where he is today, and in reverse, it tells the story of if Top Dawg shot his dad. Though he hasn't confirmed this, nor the other theories on this album, and instead lets his audience interpret it differently. After the release of Damn, Kendrick went incognito for 3 years. Nothing happened music-wise, no new releases or updates. All the way up until 2021, his cousin, Baby Keem, had a decent career and was putting out good music consistently, as well as releasing the iconic song Orange Soda. And while people claim this, his career wasn't made by Kendrick, as it was only later revealed that he is in fact Kendrick's cousin. And they released a single together named Family Ties, though Kendrick is also featured on a couple other tracks on the album, such as Range Brothers.
Hold on, let's get this shit. Let's top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
And a small bit on Vent.
Fuck your rhetoric, fuck your leverage, ain't no evidence past go, motherfuck Confederate flags on the back.
Though on Range Brothers, it was just a playful song. I didn't take it serious at all. The album Good Kid, Maad City has so much meaning. The abbreviated MAD has 2 meanings. The first one being My Angry Adolescence Divides, and the second one My Angels on Angel Dust. The first track on the album, Shireen, was about him stealing his mum's van to meet a girl named Shireen, but it's revealed at the end of the song that was a setup, and she was one of 2 other guys who jumped him. And at the end of the song Swimming Pools, his friends get revenge on the guys that jumped him, but when they finally did, his friend Dave was caught in the crossfire. In the song The Art of Peer Pressure, he talks about his first robbery with his friends. They stole anything they could find and drove away as fast as they could. The second abbreviation of MAD, My Angels on Angel Dust, comes from the outro skit in the song, where his friends give him a blunt lace of cocaine accidentally.
That's the reason why I don't smoke.
So you knew somebody on Angel Dust?
No, that was me.
You?
That the guy laced.
Oh.
Reason why I don't smoke, and it's in that album.
Well, who's the motherfucker that laced your shit?
It's in the story.
Recently there have been a couple leaks of Kendrick's songs, such as Prayer and Somebody, which are really good songs, and like every other week, it's been rumoured that he will drop his final TD album soon. Though what gives me faith in this is that he's posted about it on Instagram, and for the first time in many years, there's been pictures of him around. To conclude this video, my favourite album out of Good Kid, Maad City, T-Pab, and Damn has to be T-Pab. Good Kid isn't too far behind, though my reason for the #1 spot is because it sounds the most complete and has the best instrumentals. Though for storytelling, Good Kid, Maad City would be on top.
I was only 5, Superman pajamas, I was super duper fly. Sitting there like, why, he at least supersized. You know I scrutinize like, who this newer guy? I'm a mama boyfriend, I'm a little husband, I was the man.